Hey, I'm Hilleberg, and I'm here with one of our tents, the Keron 3. I will try to show you how we secure the tent, to use the tents in the winter. And that's what we say here is not only for this tent, it's more or less for all different models. So let's go on. You can erect the tent in different ways in the winter. Here I've digged down the tent because I think that is the most secure way of having the tent in the winter. Dig down so the wind can touch it as if it's standing on the snow surface. I often dig down till about half the height. And here we can expect the wind from that side, so it's higher on that side. There it's very high. Here is the lee side because we have forest on the other side, so it's not a big risk that we get wind from this side. But if it's with snowdrift, this will be filled up later on. And when we dig down the tent, the guy lines get a better angle. The higher it is there, so it's nearly 90 degrees out from them, the better it is. So here it's a little bit lower than 90 degrees. On the back side, it's nearly 90 degrees. But we can dig down the tent when there is snow enough. But many times there is not so much snow. So there you have, it's good if you can go with your skis or your snowshoes to have a platform where you then can have your tent and secure it with the guy lines. Always use all guy lines in the winter, because you never know, even if it's so calm as it is today, at 3 o'clock in the night you can have a storm. Then you're happy that you secure the tent in the best way. If you have just made a platform, not digging and you have not digged down the tent, then that is good if you can do some kind of protection against the wind, a snow wall or something like that. But see, that's a little bit tricky, because sometimes you see narrow blocks standing as a protection for the tent. But that can be a little bit dangerous. If you get a hard wind and if it's too narrow, it can fall over the tent. It can also be a little bit difficult to know how far away from the tent you shall do that, because you will have a snow drift between the tent and that place where you have all the snow. So it's a little bit tricky. I prefer this, to dig it down. For a tent like this, a Keron 3, I normally bring 12 snow pegs with me. If I can dig down the tent, I don't use these pegs, because that's not necessary if it's deep enough. It's more important with the guy lines and the vestibule and so on. If I only do it on a flat snow platform, there I prefer to have these pegs also, so then I need 6 more, so I have 18 snow pegs there. But many things that say that it's too heavy. And of course you can use other things for securing the tent as well. You can use snowshoes, skis, sticks, and bags filled with snow. It's also wise to take with you some normal pegs, because especially when you are up in the mountains in the winter, you can come to areas where there's very, very little snow. Then it's good to have some normal pegs which you more or less can hammer down in the frozen ground, so you can secure the tent that way. Many of you have probably heard about snow flaps. It means that we have an extra piece of fabric laying out on the side connected to the tent. We don't have that as standard on our tents, because I don't like them so much, but there are many different opinions about that. One important thing is they're also called storm flaps in some countries. And people believe that if they put on these flaps, the stability of the tent will be better. That's not true. Unfortunately, it is not. Because if we have something down there, in the summer with stones on or in the winter with snow on, it doesn't make anything for this stability. It's the same as before. So we can arrange snow flaps on the tents, but we think they are not so necessary. As you see here, we throw up snow on the sides, and especially if we are digging down the tent, we don't need to do anything like that. So it's a personal question of people, but they add extra weight. But important is they don't make anything for the stability of the tent. One advantage with the winter tenting is that in the vestibule I can dig out a hole for my feet and legs so deep, can sit comfortable in the inner tent. That's a big advantage, which is not possible in the summer. When the tent has been packed, this ventilation can be a little bit together, but just do it like this so it has the right form, because then you get the better ventilation as well. These are some tips methods I use myself in winter tours. I hope it can be to help for you, and you can enjoy your next tours up in the mountains in the winter.